Hi, I'm Cameron Strepo, and I like making stuff. My pronouns are they, them. Um, I think at first I really wasn't because I didn't see myself like as an artist, but I've been making some really cool things and I feel like I feel more uh, fulfilled and just more confident in like what I'm making. So I actually really prefer like 3D mediums. I don't really try to stick with one medium. It's kind of more like I have an idea and I try to find a medium that will fit best for whatever idea I have. It's about like process and kind of figuring out new ways to make things. Ooh, that's a good question. I think I start out with a general idea. I never really try to have a set way I want something to look in the end. I think one of the best examples of that is like ceramics, where sometimes the clay is just not really gonna let you do what you want it to do. So you have to kind of adapt and just kind of flow with, whatever the piece is kind of giving you. It really depends because you could do so much with clay. It's actually like there's so much to do with just the one medium, and it is the medium that really got me into art in high school. Mr. DeVito, shout out to my high school art teacher. He definitely set me on a different path. I was a competitive little shit, and I would see him make something, and I'd be like, I can make that. And, eventually I did, so, it worked out. Sorry. But yeah, no, I'm sorry, I forgot what the question was.
It's totally okay.
Okay, so I have a great story for this actually. I was just as shit as anybody else in making. Couldn't draw, couldn't make anything really. And, I always still liked to make things. I mean, like, you're a kid, you always like to just do stuff. And it was, I think, 6th grade going into 7th grade, the middle school summer program. And I took one of the art classes. And I had made a ceramic sandcastle, really easy. Like they showed us how to do it. And another piece I made was like on one of those scratch boards where it's like black painted over a color. And you like scratch at the black and it reveals the color underneath. And I had made this really shitty scratchboard tiger. And I came home the one day with my pieces and my siblings were like, oh, this is cool. And I gave my middle sister the sandcastle, which I think she might still have in her room actually. It's a little broken, but it made it through the years. And my older sister hung up the scratchboard tiger on their wall. And that was the first time they kept something. And I was like, hey, I might be kind of good at this. Even though I was still really bad, it was that moment where I was like, I can really make stuff. Creative burnout will always happen. And it's just one of those things where you have to keep looking just at anything, at ideas, at the world, and kind of push yourself to see where you could make something, Honestly, if I get creative burnout, I kind of just find a new medium. As crazy as that sounds, it's like, fuck it, I'll try something new, like whatever I'm doing right now isn't working. So, like I just recently like was not really making anything, and then I was at my internship, which is at an art studio, a printmaking studio mostly, and one of the artists there, first of all, great place to meet other artists. Talking to other artists definitely helps, because like seeing people get so passionate talking about their own thing, it's like, you know, like I got to find that again, you know, and it kind of like brings back a little bit of that spark. And I was talking to one of the artists there, and they showed me this paper they were using. It's actually kind of fabric. And so I started working with it, and honestly, I made one of my favorite pieces recently. And it's really exciting, you know, like just to find something else and just, you know, like I always say I always make everything wrong before I make it right. I'm not a tutorial person. I'll like look at something, be like, I can make that, and then try to kind of like work backwards from it. But I think there's something good that comes out of doing things wrong first, because you end up doing things you wouldn't have otherwise if you were shown properly. That one, actually, I will give credit to my best friends. That's a gift for me. Yeah, they are amazing as well. They are 10 times greater of a painter than I am. They can do realism, little characters. It's amazing. So that one is definitely hats off to Kelly. I still do a lot of faces. Honestly, mostly I do self-portraiture, and a lot of that comes from, I think, growing up, I never really like looked in the mirror, which is like a weird thing to say, but like, you know, I knew that I was gonna like what was staring back at me. So I kind of avoided mirrors. Like I never really took pictures of myself. And then as I started to like find myself, figure out who I was, just like on an internal level, you know, I think I started doing a lot of self-portraits almost to figure out what I look like, because I don't really think I knew growing up. You know, I couldn't really see myself. And you could see through so many of my self-portraitures. Some look like me, some don't look like me, some look like a strange version of me. Like it was really like trying to see myself, you know, like trying to see myself in the mirror, just in general. And I think self-portraiture really unlocked something for me where I was like, you know, this is who I am. And so I use it a lot in my work. I am a collector of things, of ideas. You know, I think we're made up of a lot of pieces and a lot of layers. And so I think that's what I try to like put into my work, these layers and pieces of memories. And I also, one of my favorite things to do in my work is to hide things. Yeah. So, you know, it's kind of like when you're watching a movie and you see, you know, a character that's not till the end of the movie, and like this little section at the start that you only notice like on the second rewatch or something, you know, like it's only there for people who are looking for it. And I think that's what I really love, is like, you know, it's like a little reward almost. Like if you look at my work just that much closer, you might just catch something I hid for you. Honestly, it probably came from, I watched a lot of movies and like TV shows as a kid. Yeah, so it was like I saw the care and like attention that, you know, these people were putting into like these movies and shows and stuff, and you know, I felt proud when I found one of those little secrets, you know. So it's yeah, I just think when you have those little things, it shows that you care just that little bit much more, you know, that it really is something to be looked at just a little closer, or, you know, you can, it also, I love things you could just keep looking at, you know, like like where you could just look at them and keep finding things. It's so cool, I think, to see something you love and be able to keep loving it and keep discovering things in it. This is the pink man.
The pink man.
Yeah, he's my life-size monster. I've made a few. I'll grab him, sit him on my lap. He's got a little rope around him, sorry. He was wrapped up in plastic before for transfer. This piece is actually one of the ones I did for school. And he's a little trans man. You can see his little, that's another one of my little secrets. Most people didn't notice that one. For school, one project, I decided to make a nice life-sized one. And this piece, all right, I think I'm pretty funny sometimes, okay? So this piece was called Please Don't Hit Me. And he was in fact bent over backwards on a table with a spanking paddle next to him. And, you know, everyone was free to hit him if they wanted to. And a lot of people, as they were doing it, were like, oh, I feel bad. Like, I don't want to hit him. And I just thought it was funny because, you know, the piece is titled, Please Don't Hit Me. So it's like, what are you going to do? I mean, it's an inanimate object, so.
But are you going to respect the inanimate object?
Exactly. How do you view this inanimate object? I wanted to give him some agency.
And you did.
Yeah.
And you created that moral conflict within someone when they experience something that they've never seen before.
Yeah. So this was a fun one for sure. Great guy. Ooh. I think a lot of people think that they can't make or create because they're not good at it. And the truth is, everyone has some kind of art that they will, you know, do great in because so many different things are art. But also, even if you're bad at it, keep making, because eventually you'll get a little bit better at it, a little bit at a time. But also, you know, some of my favorite things are those ugly little drawings people give you, or just like badly made things. It's, you know, it's just all part of it. I mean, don't stop thinking something, don't let thinking something needs to be perfect be the reason you don't create.